If you are wondering how to set the right price for your services without making it too high and scaring off the client, or without making it too low and making it look like a cheap option, then this video is for you, because in the next 10 minutes we are going to learn how to set the right price for any service you provide so that you don't sell yourself short and also don't lose a bunch of clients because of the high price. So let's not waste another minute and get started. Price is a very complex topic, and there are many ways to determine the price for you, such as making an average price in your area or determining your price based on the hours spent. But we will talk about a professional way that will not only help you set the price, but will also attract the attention of the clients to your services. Unlike any other professional, we will set the price based on the value that you can provide. And the value is the reason why the client is looking for your product or service. For example, if you sell a car that looks great and shiny, but it does not have an engine to get you from point A to point B, then that car is useless. And no matter how much you sell it for, the vast majority of people will ignore your offer. The same with your services or products. If you do not provide value to a client, he has no reason to even look at your service or product. And this is very important because I see a lot of beginners, and not only, you create beautiful photos, videos or 3D models, but they do not provide any value to the client. And then they ask me, why everyone ignore me when I tell them a price? And the answer is because you didn't give them a reason or explained how you can be useful for him before telling the price, which usually scaring people away. For example, if you ask a salesperson how much you can buy a t-shirt for, and he will tell you a price of $1,000, you'll probably just walk away or kindly refuse the purchase. But if he will explain to you that this shirt was handcrafted by a professional from a special material that is much more comfortable than other materials, that you won't sweat much at the shirt, and that this shirt is from trustworthy brand, then you will probably buy or at least consider buying this shirt in the future. So before you think about the price, think about what value you can provide with your service. It really depends on your niche and service, but the most common and reliable option is to increase sales, bring more people to the client, or even expand their social media accounts. Are you struggling to get your first client as a 3D designer? And I understand you, getting a client is not an easy task, especially for newcomers in this field. And I have been there too. And for 4 long years I have been trying to figure out the secret formula to create unique 3D content that is most needed by companies around the world. And that will allow us to easily get a client and never be broke again. And finally, I found it. And in this video I will reveal all the secrets and show you step by step how to create unique and attractive product design renders in Blender for your portfolio, that you can attract more clients to your services, or so that you can surprise your existing clients. And with the knowledge that you will gain in this course, you will be able to not only find the clients, but also provide them with more value, such as increasing likes, followers, or sales that will turn a one-time client into a regular client. So don't waste your precious time and go to this course to gain valuable knowledge that will help take your 3D design career from the ground to the sky. And you might ask, okay, I have value to offer, so how do I determine a price based on that value? The best way is to calculate how much your client will get from your service and make the price a little lower. So, for example, I provide a service that helps to increase sales for my clients, and my client will get clients worth $1,000 every month. So my price for the service in this case will be around $500 or $600 per month, because the client also needs to make a profit. Otherwise, he will not get a reward for using my service. And with this pricing method, you need to know exactly how much you can provide so that you do not lie to your client. And this will be very difficult for a beginner to understand, but do not worry, because you can easily do this by testing or showing proof that you can really bring value to your client. And the most common way to do this is to demonstrate it on yourself. For example, if you create videos or photos or renderings to increase presence on your client's accounts, you can create the same content that you would create for your client, publish it on various social media platforms, and then after a week or 2, you can analyze the result and share them with your audience, aka potential clients. Now let's look at the common pricing methods and compare them to our method. The first method that many people use is the time method, and this is a method where you price your service based on the time it takes to deliver the service or create the product. But this is not the best or fair method, because let's say I'm a client who wants to buy a logo, and for a beginner it will take, for example, 10 hours to create a logo, and for a professional it will take 30 minutes. So if you price your service using this method, as a beginner you will charge the same price or even higher than a professional. Well, it will take you 9 hours more, and it will not be the same quality or even worse than a professional. And I, as a client, would consider choosing someone else who is more experienced and will save my time for the same price. But if you base your service on value, you will not have such problems, because you are focused on delivering results. The next method that is commonly used for pricing is to be in the middle and set an average price. This is not a bad method, not bad, but not great either, because there are many people who use the same method, and because of this, there are people who will do the same job for less, which will increase your competition. But if you use the method from this video, you will not base your price on the competition, but on the value that you can provide, which will also create a professional attitude. And believe me, the client will notice your attitude and your desire to help people, instead of wanting to compete with others or make more money. So to conclude this video, if you want to be a true professional in your business and sell your services or products at a fair price that will satisfy your client and turn them from one-time customer into a regular customer, and at the same time satisfy yourself, you need to base your price and your service on the value you can provide to your client. And do not rush to compete with others. Take as much money from your client as possible or lie to him. Remember, on the other side of the screen sits the same person as you, who can feel emotion and understand your desires and attitude. And even the Bible says, fair dealing builds consumer confidence and leads the way for further spending and growth. So do not ruin your career in the beginning because of your greed or haste. Trust with all your heart in the righteous hands of God, and that He will take care of you, because all good things come from Him. God bless you, and see you in the next video.